everyone. If you don't know who I am, my name is Heather, and I don't usually volunteer myself to speak in front of large crowds, but I get to talk about my best friend, so what's really not to love? I've known Kenzie for a long time. We grew up in church together, but we really started to become good friends in early high school because our parents were in the same life group, so we got to hang out every Friday night there for a while. But besides that, though, we've spent many youth group trips together, and we went to church camp together, and we went to the same high school, so we have a lot of really good memories. We've gone cliff jumping in Tennessee. Sorry, Mom. Thanks, Tim. We took on the catwalk together at camp, which may sound like the start to a modeling career, but it's actually a balance beam on the side of a rock wall that we're harnessed into, so that's a lot of fun, and a lot of trust exercise there. And we even learned a choreographed line dance from Footloose together. Well, she learned it and tried to teach it to me, God bless her, but we've also spent a lot of time opening up to each other, whether it was about what college life would look like or what marriage will look like. And Kenzie has been my go-to for a lot of years when it comes to anything I'm really excited about or anything that I'm struggling with, and it's amazing how well we've been able to relate to one another and talk through stuff together. She's been there right through my side through a lot of really happy moments and a lot of really tough moments, and she's always known how to speak truth into my life in the most loving way possible, and I will be forever grateful for that. And we've had a lot of chats about boys through the years as well, you know, as girls do, and we talked about what we wanted in a guy as well as what we didn't want, and as we got older and maybe matured a little bit, we got a little more sure of what we were looking for. But there's one chat about a boy that I'll never forget, and that was at the start of Christmas break, our freshman year of college, when we sat in Starbucks for 4 hours, talking at a rapid pace, and I got to hear all about how she had heard about a guy named Nathan. And even though they had only heard about one another and through mutual friends and had texted a little bit, her face lit up at the possibility of this guy becoming a part of her life, and I was so excited. And then you fast forward a little bit, and I will also never forget where I was on campus when I received a phone call from Kenzie telling me that Nathan had asked her to be his girlfriend. I was in the Student Center at Indiana Wesleyan sitting at a table with some friends, and I knew that they were on a date, so when my phone rang, I knew that it was going to be good. And we sat about and talked about the amazing way that he asked her out, which if you don't know about that story, you should ask around because it's really great. And there was a lot of squealing involved because I was so impressed and excited for my beautiful friend. And then I went on to retell the story to everyone I ran into for the next few days because I was just so excited. And then ever since that moment, I have been impressed over and over again by the love that these two share. There have been times that I've sat back and watched the two of them interact, joke around, and talk about even simple things, and I can't help but think to myself, these two were made for each other. Which is what I tell people whenever they ask about Kenzie and Nathan. And I honestly, truly believe that they were a match made in heaven. Their love is natural and seamless, and the two of them complement each other so beautifully, and they make an amazing team. And after all the years of boy talks, I couldn't be happier with who she found and fell for. Nathan, I know that you were a gentleman, and I know you were absolutely crazy about Kenzie. The fact that you messaged me over a year before you proposed to tell me you wanted to propose to her, and then later met up with me at a Starbucks at 9:30 at night to show me the ring are just a few ways that that's evident to me. I can see how much joy and love you bring to her life, and I know with confidence the rest of your lives are going to be filled with fun adventures and amazing stories. Thanks for bringing her so much happiness, laughter, and love, and for vowing to take on life by her side. And Kenzie, I couldn't be any happier for you. You deserve a love like this, a love that makes you grow and seek God, a love that makes you giddy, and a love that makes you feel at home. And to both of you, I can't wait to see what God brings you next, because happily ever after is just the beginning. So here's to Kenzie and Nathan. I wish you both joy, growth, lots of game nights and adventures, but most importantly, a lot of love. Love you both.
I guess it's my turn now. So I'm a millennial, so that means I use my phone for almost everything. So I have my speech on my phone. It's not quite as nice as a paper, but it does the trick. Save a tree. I want to thank everyone for making it out here tonight. It's great to see so many people that we know and love, and they're here to support these two. And the beautiful bride, McKenzie, and Nate. You look okay, buddy. For those of you that don't know me, my name is John Cooker. I have been really good best friends with Nate for quite a long time now, which means I have the great honor of being his best man and standing up here and giving a speech. Thanks, man, I appreciate it. No, but for real, it really is an amazing honor. For me to be considered your best man is probably one of the highest achievements in my life. I really do appreciate it. Nate has been my friend since high school. We became friends because of the golf team. Nate is really good at golf. For those who don't know, he's really, really good. He quickly became one of the top 3 players on the golf team. I was not one of the top 3 players on the golf team. Some of his top achievements was when he said he got to play in regionals. That was a big deal for him. But Mitch and I decided that we think the top moment is when he lost a bet and had to play a hole with no pants. You should ask them about that story, because that's no longer my problem. My top achievement is when I accidentally hit a ball into a windshield of a car. I was really good at golf. Still am. None of that matters to Nate, though. He doesn't care if you're good at sports or good at video games or if you're like really good at like being a friend, or who cares about that? He doesn't care. Let me see what I wrote. He doesn't care if you're funny, or he doesn't care if you're handsome. He already is these things. He doesn't need anyone else to be those things. But at some point, I remember Nate talked to me about McKenzie, and I thought, oh boy, here we go again. It's time for me to lose my best friend again. But when I met McKenzie, I realized, okay, he's got something going here. I realized McKenzie, again, a beautiful bride. You still look okay, buddy. That's about it. So, Nate and McKenzie immediately took off. It was obvious to me at that point that they were going to make it. I was certain that they were going to be the ones that were going to be the model for me when I get older, for the bride and groom I want to be. So, I was very proud of the fact that I was asked to be the best man and allowing me to see the love that you two have. The love that you two have is inspiration to me, and I think to probably the rest of you as well. So I would like to raise a toast to the happy couple and know that we love you and we all want you to be successful in your marriage. Cheers.